Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
We are back, brothers and sisters, neighbors and friends, and even a couple of curiosity seekers. We're back, and we're glad to be with you for another edition of Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil
and Sister Tisha. We have a very, very special program for you tonight. We want to start off at the top of the hour. You know how we do. Everybody come on in the comment section. Let us know where you're viewing from tonight, where you are stationed with your lemonade on the porch, watching your plants grow.
Coffee.
Whether you got coffee, whether you have a mug with the name of America's most beautiful city on it, right there. Uh-huh. It says Cincinnati on there. But you can have whatever you have and wherever you are. We're glad you're here tonight.
Yes.
Tonight's show is very special for a few reasons. I want to start right into it so that we don't have any delay in time. This past week, Tisha, I think has been one of the greatest weeks in the history of our program and one of the greatest weeks in our recent memory. Last week, right here on these very airwaves, we had one of our most popular programs ever, where we hosted a young genius who goes by the name of IQ. You met him last week, Brother Carmen Muhammad. He's doing wonderful things with his music. If you haven't heard the show, go back in the archives on YouTube and check it out. The guest is IQ, and you definitely want to make sure you meet him right here on the air.
Yes.
Second thing that we did, we had a great week. We were guests last weekend at a wonderful celebration of love, 40 years of marriage. For Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Cheryl Martin, childhood friends of ours. And I tell you, we celebrated 40 years of love and marriage for them and 50 years of friendship and familyhood among all of us who grew up in the old neighborhood together. So good to see them doing so well, looking so good, and being able to host people from around the world to celebrate their 40 years of marriage. We congratulate you, Mr. and Mrs. Martin. We congratulate you, Michael and Cheryl, and the entire family. We say we love you, and we want to make sure that you have the next 40 after 40 after 40 all in a row. May God bless you and continue to keep you.
Beautiful.
Then we went on, did some more stuff.
We did. We were busy.
Oh, yeah, busy this week. We actually had a chance to go to Muhammad Mosque number 6 in Baltimore, where our brother, the National Archivist of the Nation of Islam, Student Minister Carlos Muhammad, is the Baltimore representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in that city. I can't even tell you how great the hospitality was. We were blessed not only to have a wonderful dinner at the home of Student Minister Carlos with his family and the believers, but during the program, they surprised us. I didn't know, and I don't think you knew, did you? You didn't know?
Nope.
They surprised us with 2 citations that were remarkable. Number one, we were made the inaugural recipients of the Love and Duty Award, presented by Mosque number 6 to that person or persons who embody the life and teachings and the work ethic of the Nation of Islam. And we were honored to receive that designation and the beautiful plaque that that comes with it. And then we were totally shocked and caught off guard by the brothers of Eagle Lodge number 8, all right, from the regular Grand Lodge of Maryland. The Masonic Lodge made us honorary Masons.
Beautiful.
And it was just these men, these great Black men, these great helpers and family men who who they go over the top of, they transcend any of the boundaries of religion and affiliation, but they came together and they invited us to be honorary partakers of the light that they share with humanity in their daily activities. So to the brothers of Eagle Lodge number 8 of the regular Grand Lodge of Maryland, we thank you so very much for your designation to us. Busy week, huh?
Beautiful. Yes,
Busy
very busy.
week. Who's in the chat? Let's see
Oh, there's
who's
a lot in the chat.
There's a lot. People. Where they from? Where they from tonight?
Everywhere, everywhere. Let's see what we got. Brother Harold's here. Says, Assalamu alaikum,
From
family.
Greensboro, North Carolina. My big brother.
Mhm. Arthur Muhammad is here.
Wait, Arthur. Wait a minute.
Arthur's
From
here.
out in Arkansas.
He's here.
Pine Bluff is in the house.
Welcome, welcome. Let me see. Cherie Bissett is here.
No, my old homie from elementary school. Cherie, do not show any old pictures from the old days from elementary. Don't do it.
She called you burnt home skillet. I don't know
Yeah.
why she had to put burnt on there.
Burnt home skillet. That's
All right. I added
she's one
that
of
part.
these. She's
I
from
added that. She just put
home.
I added it.
Okay. But they're gathering from all over the country. We want to welcome from Northwest Arkansas. That's what they call it, you know. The graphics chief,
Whoop, whoop.
sister-in-law herself, Shantae, is with us. Thank you, Sean, for joining us tonight. We've got so many others gathering from around the country and filling into the room. So come on in the room. When you get here, you know what to do. Let us know where you're viewing from. But Tisha, there's something more specific that folks should do once they get here. What should they do?
Right. You know what time it is, everybody. I just want to welcome you back for another edition of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. We are so happy to have you here. We're so happy that you brought your positive energy. Tonight's edition is going to be great. You still have time to tell a friend to log on and enjoy this experience with you. You don't want to miss this. Right now, what we ask you to do is help us grow this platform. And by doing that, all we ask is that you go over to our YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And then while you're there, go ahead and like and share the platform as well. Okay. And then after that, head right on over to Facebook and do the same. The page is also named Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Like, share, and subscribe. All right.
All right. There's a lot going on tonight. And as soon as I get the high sign from the mystery man, our producer cannot be known to you. No, he's at an undisclosed location. He shrouds his face to be kept away from known who it is. He's our brother. He is the mystery man that makes it possible. When he tells us that it's time to pull the trigger and bring our guest on, we will bring her on. But she is a remarkable citizen of the Nation of Islam. And I will say this, and Tisha, you let me know when it's time.
It's time.
It's time?
It's time.
But I can tell you then, she's a remarkable citizen of the Nation of Islam, a Muslim since she was a teenager, which has been almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Mhm. But she's a Muslim since she's a teenager, a long-standing pillar of Mosque number 27 in Los Angeles, the Western regional headquarters of the nation, and now a fine pillar of the Nation of Islam from headquarters in Chicago. She is the sister who is the CEO, the creator, and founder of Nisa Designs. Tell me a little bit, Tisha, what does that mean to you, Nisa Designs? Like, tell me how it makes you feel to bring our guest before our family here tonight.
Oh my gosh. I'm just so proud to know her. I'm so proud of the work that she's doing. So proud of her vision for her care and her desire of wanting to clothe us in beautiful, modest attire. I'm so proud to know that you're going to buy me several of her garments. It's just overwhelming. You wanted to know, so bring her on, Mel. Come on, quit playing. You got to meet her. She's the bomb diggity.
She's the bomb diggity, and we look forward to receiving before these microphones right now tonight a sister with a resume about this thick and stories to tell in volumes. She's my sister. She's our friend. We love her. Let's welcome Sister Carmen Muhammad to the microphone. Sister Carmen, there she is. All right. Good to see you tonight. Sister, how are you?
I am wonderful by Allah's grace and mercy. And thank you so much for such a wonderful opening. I pray to Allah that I am worthy of such beautiful words. But I'm so happy to be here with you, family, in spite of our little technical difficulties in the beginning. But I'm here,
I
and
didn't
all
see no
praises
technical.
due
Do you
to
see
Allah.
technical? I didn't see nothing.
We're
Okay.
here.
But we
On
are
my
grateful.
side, sir, on my side.
We're grateful that you're here tonight, sis. You look wonderful, and it looks like you're ready to get right into the discussion and start opening up what it is that you do. I want to tell everybody who's dialing in, who's already communicating questions in the chat and comment section on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to get to your questions as soon as we can. But we have to set some opening boundaries so we understand the real scope of the work that our sister is doing. And it's bigger than her. It's not just about her, but it's huge. And she's the catalyst that started it off. Tell us, Sister Carmen, how did Al Nisa Designs begin? And what are some of the most ambitious projects that you have going on right now?
Wow.
Wow. Our Nisa Designs began about, I would say, in the early 80s when I began to make my way back to the Nation of Islam. As you know, after the messenger departed, we all kind of, dibbled and dabbled in other communities. But it was when I began to make my way back that I began to really work on Al Nisa Designs and designing clothing that I felt was right down to the modern times for women.
Yes.
All right. And so as you design those clothing, now let's go forward. Tish, can I ask a couple of questions?
Please, I'm grinning so hard. I'm so excited.
Okay,
I just
okay.
love Carmen.
All right, but as you started growing, one of the things that I noticed having soldiered with you in the nation by way of transparency and honesty, we worked together for over 4 decades in the nation.
Yes, sir.
And working with you and seeing the level at which you excel in bringing people to Islam and then exemplifying Islam to the people. How did you begin to move Al Nisa Designs from the concept phase to now the concrete phase where you're affecting people all over the world? And could you talk a little bit about the worldwide mission of Al Nisa?
Yes, sir. Actually, fashion has always been a passion for me. And coming into the nation early, at 16 years old, I was attending a public high school. And I've always been kind of a fashionista type of an individual. And I was a very popular individual in my high school and in my community. So when I decided that I was going to stand up and become a member of the Nation of Islam, there was a lot of curiosity among my core group of friends as to what I would look like and what would be different about me. So, one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to be able to represent the beauty of modesty, but at the same time, to be able to be inviting enough that they would feel that they were relatable to me. So that was really where my journey began in fashion. And over the years, I would dress myself, I would dress my daughters. Then I started to work closely in the entertainment industry, and it called for me to be at a lot of events where there were a lot of entertainers and women, very influential women. And so I saw that as an opportunity to begin to build an image about what a modest dressed woman looked like and what a woman of high civilization looked like. And so that was really the beginning of my journey. And having the honor and the privilege and the pleasure of being able to also dress women in the Nation of Islam, that's really where it all started to come together. And then in 2016, I was invited to be a part of a major mainstream Fashion Week event that would be the first event that would merge modest fashion with mainstream fashion. And that was when I took the trip to Italy. And from that point on, it was just really a snowball effect.
Mm, mm,
Wow.
mm, mm. No doubt about it. When you say a trip to Italy, this wasn't just a vacation. where you
Oh,
went to
absolutely
see the
not.
sights and throw coins in the fountain. No, you were
No,
doing a little
sir.
bit more than that. Tell us what you did in Italy. Were you in Turin? Were you in Milan? Were you
Yes,
in
sir.
Rome?
We were in Turin, Italy. I had been invited by a very powerful woman who was herself beginning to build a presence in modest fashion. She had established the Islamic Fashion Design Council. Her name was Aliyah Khan. And when she called me and invited me, I was in awe of it. She said, wow, I mean, I've been searching all over the country, all over the world. I've been on Facebook, I've been on Instagram, and your fashions caught my attention. And there is no way that we are going to introduce modest fashion to the world and not have someone who is representing modest fashion at such a high standard be a part of it. So she invited me to come to Italy. And I had the blessing of having my sisters come with me. And we went there, and the response was just overwhelmingly incredible. From the time we got off the plane to the time we hit the runway, we were the center of attention all
Mm,
over Italy.
I'm sure.
And it reminded me of what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had stated when they said that they could put us on top of the world overnight and tell everyone who we were. And that for me was the beginning of propagating who we were as women of the Nation of Islam.
Excellent, excellent. Tisha, you want to jump in? Because you know I got my questions written down. I got enough questions, but I don't want to rob you of the chance to go ahead.
No. So I don't really have any questions. I want to know about where did you go after that? What's coming? Because you've continued to travel. I don't want to jump ahead of
Absolutely.
your
Hmm.
questions, but
Hmm.
I want to get into what it is that you're about to start doing.
Sure.
'Cause this is
Actually,
huge.
yes, it was very sobering
Yes.
to be invited to the different Fashion Week events. When we went to Italy, and I feel like I've shared this so much, but I won the Louis Vuitton Brand Ambassador Award. I won the Ad Film Awards, and I won another award. I won three awards. And from there, I was invited to attend Paris Fashion Week. From there, Dubai Fashion Week,
Mm.
Istanbul Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week. But it was very sobering for me because in attending all of these events, I was the only Black designer
Wow.
that was present. And so I began to see things from a different perspective.
Mhm.
They talk about inclusion and diversity in the business of fashion, and I saw that there wasn't any inclusion and diversity. And so my heart became heavy because I knew that there were so many talented Black designers who were not getting the opportunity that I was getting.
Yes.
And out of that yearning to be able to bring talent to the forefront, I said, you know what? I am going to put together a major Fashion Week event.
Come on.
And I'm
Yes.
going to call designers that I had met in my travels from all over the world. I'm going to call together the Fashion Week founders from all over the world. And I want them to come and I want them to see
Yes.
what a modest dressed woman
Come on.
really looks like. I wanted them to see the pinnacle of high
Yes.
civilization, which is what we represent as women of the Nation of Islam.
Come
Wow,
on.
that's fabulous. That is great. You're
That's
watching
it.
Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha, our special guest tonight, Sister Carmen Muhammad, and she's dealing with some powerful principles tonight. You don't want to tune away. You want to stay right here. And like Sister Katrina Muhammad says in the comment section, what Sister Carmen is doing with fashion is truly revolutionary. And speaking of revolutionaries, Sister Carmen, I wanted to ask you, this has grown to a worldwide level of importance.
Mhm.
What has been your experience and what have you heard from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan about the importance of what you do? I remember reading about you and your worldwide travels in the pages of the number one circulated newspaper in Black America, The Final Call. But tell me, what was that like when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan weighed in with you?
Oh, wow. I will have to say that a lot of it was guidance, and it was a private, intimate conversation as to how I should move with regards to this. But the beautiful thing was when he said to me, when he saw us in Italy, it brought tears to his eyes to see us on top of the world in that manner, to see us representing a standard of high civilization. You see, Brother Jamil, it's so important that we are able to create our own narrative, that we are not following those that don't care about us and
Yes.
who have no interest in us being women of God. So, in the directions and the guidance that I have received from him, it has inspired me to continue this journey no matter what.
Come
And
on.
this is a journey with
Yes, it is.
highs and lows and twists and turns. And it's a very difficult journey because when you are trying to present something on this level, it
Yes.
takes a lot of financing. We don't get that financing as Black designers and Black businesses. We have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps.
Come
And
on.
for me, it meant believing that those same three men that back him, because my spirit is a spirit of purity, that I have that same backing.
Come
So
on.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
willing to take that chance. I'm willing to step out on faith. I'm
Yes.
willing to do what I'm doing because I believe that Allah is God and
Come
that
Yes.
there's
on.
no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his servant, and that the Messiah that is in our midst today is the man. And
Yes.
so I want to show the world that through fashion.
You got it. I'm so excited. I just love her so much. I'm just so great. I'm so proud of you. I'm
This
so
is why we
thankful
told
to
you.
know you.
We told you that the vibratory rate would be
It's
very
like
high,
I'm
and
like
that you,
jumping.
yeah,
It's
that you
like
would
black
hear.
girl magic just jumping off of her.
Praise be to Allah.
It's like the beautiful part about it is that when you said the humbling part, and Allah blessed you to be right there at the forefront, at the door of all, like the only black designer in all of these platforms, right?
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
just kick the door in and brought your sisters with you. That's beautiful.
It's
Yes,
You
also,
put
ma'am.
everybody on the map.
and
This
as
is
Brother William
huge.
would say, and he's on the line with us tonight
That's
from
huge.
Oakland, as Brother William would say, it's also hella gangster.
Yeah.
Okay, hella gangster. And so what we look at tonight
I'm so
is that you're talking about being in Paris, Rome, Turin, Istanbul, right? Dubai,
Mhm.
Rome, Los Angeles, New York. You're in all of the fashion centers of the world. They didn't have a modest fashion emphasis, but now because of Al Nisa and what you're doing, and we're going to ask the tech team, go ahead and throw up some of those still photographs
Please.
of some of the designs that are out cold that Sister Carmen and Al Nisa have. Oh, there they go right there. They responded quickly tonight. But if you could just show, see, these are the designs of a civilized
Come on.
world,
That's beautiful.
of people who live the life of upward ascension and not downward decay.
Beautiful.
So there's something happening. Wait a minute. It says something right now. Sister Carmen, can you talk a little bit about what's on the screen right now? That's
Yes,
happening
sir.
right now.
It is again my desire to bring the world
Come on.
to us, not allow them to create a narrative where we are a sideshow,
Mhm.
but where we are the main show.
Yes.
And if we are going to create a new mind, a new dress, and a new woman, we have to create an appetite for that, dear brother. And this event is designed to do just that. I have so many people that are coming to this event. One of the active members of Paris Fashion Week, the Al Huda Center of
Mm.
Modest Fashion in Dubai, the African continent, Lexi Mojo Eyes, one of the most influential fashion people in Africa and entertainment. I have so many people that are coming. And guess what? They're not coming for Sister Carmen. They're coming because I got a melon in my skin. And they want to see what this Black woman is going to do with her sisters.
Come on.
We're not supposed to be doing this. We're
Right.
not supposed to be on this level. But I'm willing to step out there with the support of my family, my nation, and my sisters and Black women all over the world. Because, see, we don't have to teach our girls to look like Megan Stallion. We create our own celebrity when we come together and when we unite and we show that we are united under one cause. And that cause is to usher in a new world order, a woman of God, a woman that's standing tall and strong and ready to lead the world into a new type of fashion and a new way of life.
My goodness, my goodness. You are watching Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha, our special guest tonight. We really can't call her a guest. She's our sister. She's like family. We work together. And I'll tell you something, brothers and sisters. When you hear this woman give what she's giving, that's her authentic soul. If you know her, and many of you do, you know that's the real Sister Carmen you're getting tonight. And the real Sister Carmen is a heart of love for our people, for our world of righteousness, and a love for the teaching that she has been taught and has been living for these years. Sis, we're headed toward the bottom of the hour. We have a break in about a minute and a half. But during that time, before we get to the questions in the comment section and all over the internet, and Sister Tisha is struggling to keep up with the questions on the keyboard. And they're going to ask some questions. They're in there tonight. Tell us, sis, bringing the world to us in 30 seconds or less, what does that look like to you? How does that feel?
It looks like what our world is going to look like in the future. It looks like what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad promised us when he said we would have money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. It's going to start with the woman. It is going to start with reshaping the mind and the thinking of the woman. So if we can start by setting up a mindset that allows her to understand that she is not an object. She's not what she's putting on, but she is that second self of God. That's what it looks like. It looks like the unveiling of a new dress, a new mind, and a new woman.
A new dress, a new mind, a new woman. And you know, I don't know if Dave C is on the air with us tonight. I don't know if he's watching, but he always gets on us. He says that we have a lot of preaching on the show. I know I don't do no preaching.
You really do?
No. But I will say this. Tonight, if I did do preaching, I wouldn't have to. My sister got it covered tonight.
Oh my God.
Because what she's bringing is the message of a new world.
Come on.
A new mind, a new woman. And that for us as men is the cause of great celebration. Great celebration. So fathers, husbands, brothers, cousins, uncles, get ready. We're coming back after the break with questions where you can encounter the designer yourself.
That's right.
That's right. You can ask questions in the comment section. And this second half hour of the program should be the bomb diggity. We're going to the bottom of the hour, and you are watching Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and
Sister Tisha. Get your comments ready.
We'll be right back.
All right. Okay, everybody, so we're still out moving something, and Hamid is not pleased because I'm running him to all these stores. We already been to IKEA, and he didn't love it. I don't know why. And now we're at the grocery store because he's out of yogurt, and I'm out of coffee cream, and you know, this just can't happen. Hey, Hamid.
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a call. Yeah.
All right, and then after this, we'll go to Home Depot because Home Depot, they have some fresh flowers out, and I need another case thing for my, don't worry about it. I'll show you. And Hobby Lobby, but that's the last one, I promise. Not a problem, right?
No, it's not a problem.
All right, move something. All right.
2 hours later.
Okay, assalamualaikum, everybody. So, we've been out all day running.
Yeah, all day.
It was good though. It was fun. It was fun running errands, and now we're back. So we're working our way back home, pulling our groceries, and I just wanted you guys to see Hamid's face because he had so much fun at the grocery store and at IKEA, my favorite store. He didn't get to go to Home Depot, but that's okay. I'll go tomorrow by myself with his card. Okay. All right. You don't want to go to Home Depot, right? You'll just give me your card. Is that fine? Hello?
Yeah.
Hamid? Hello?
That's fine.
All right. Assalamualaikum. Move
Games on
something.
tomorrow. Baseball.
I don't do that. I'm going to buy plants.
Pittsburgh Pirates. Help me. Someone help me.
Oh, you're fine, Hamid. Don't worry about it.
We're back. The bottom of the hour, headed toward the conclusion of a program which we hope will inform you and enrich you. Let's go straight to the comments and the questions. Tisha has that. She's the traffic cop that will guide the traffic tonight. Your questions for Sister Carmen Muhammad, founder, CEO of Nisa Designs, and the creator of the modest, worldwide modest fashion week.
All right. So we have a question. Brother William actually asked the question twice. Are you planning to design a walking suit for the brothers? Maybe just one or two, please, he says.
That is so funny. You know what, sis? I really am thinking about that. There's been a lot of inquiries from some of the brothers, and they're like, we want to look good too. Mm-hmm. So yes, in the future, I do intend to do that. This particular show with the African designers that are coming, inshallah, from the different areas of the continent of Africa, they have designed a lot of walking suits that are going to hopefully premiere on that runway. But I definitely want to put my spin on it. So yes, ma'am, in the future, I hope to be able to do that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right. So Brother William, the answer is that she does hope to be able to do it. Any other questions or comments that we're going to live right now?
So for the event that's planned, the international event, how are the believers able to, and the community able to get in touch, get more information on it? Is there a website set?
Yes, ma'am. There is a website. It is www.chicagomfw.com, which stands for Chicago Modest Fashion Week.com.
You see that on your screen right now, at the bottom of your screen, right down there. You can see www.chicagomfw.com. You want to make sure you stay in communication. There are still some tickets remaining to any of the events, or I'm sure that many of them are already sold out as the event is happening in just about 3 weeks. But are there some events that we can still get tickets to?
Absolutely. Brother, if I can say this event it's about the fashion, but again, it's more about us making a statement of who we are. So there are a lot of activities that have been incorporated into that weekend. We are going to have a 3K walk that we are calling it a peace walk, because one of my slogans is that modest fashion is an ambassador to world peace. We are going to have
Could you repeat that just again?
Modest fashion is an ambassador to world peace. Wow. Yes, sir. And thank you. We are going to also have a healing session with Sister Naira from Tampa, Florida, who is doing remarkable things with the women in the way of healing the women and us coming together and sharing that intimate sisterhood that we so need to lean on each other. We're going to finish the weekend off with a Modest Arts Awards Gala.
Wow.
I incorporated that as a part of our weekend for several different reasons. One, I wanted to pay homage to all of those individuals whose shoulders I stand on, the designers and the people that have come before me to help establish modest fashion and just fashion in general for Black designers. We are going to be giving a special award in honor of Virgil Abloh. We
Yes.
are giving an award to Mother Khadija Farrakhan, our
Yes.
First Lady of the
That's
Nation
right.
of Islam. And
That's
as I shared with her daughter, Sister Maria, because you know, Brother Jamil, you were a part of our very first conference where we honored Mother Farrakhan and some of the women of the Nation of Islam. But this award is just another element to who she represents to us as
yes.
women. And her award is called the Queendom Award
Come on.
because as she has traveled all over the world with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, she has represented the epitome of high fashion. She is high fashion.
True.
She is the number one fashionista in the modest world. So we're going to honor her and pay tribute to her for that and for her work with Newell Apparel in designing wonderful and beautiful garments for us. See, we have to respect those that have come before us and who have paved the way for us to be able to do what we're going to do. Now, this gala is also has a different spin on it because as someone who's very involved in fashion, I follow fashion. I look at trends and I've watched how they have been able to get the attention of our young people through the Met Gala. So I'm going to usher in. I'm going to be the one that's going to break the barrier.
Come
and
on.
I'm going to host the first Modest Met Gala. So we are going to represent what modest fashion and high civilization looks like at this Met Gala for modest fashion. So
Wow.
we have a wonderful weekend plan, and we are hoping and praying that our people show up and show out. And
Yes.
I'm going to share some intimate things with you. I've gotten many calls since I stated that I was going to do this modest fashion show. And all of the calls haven't been friendly calls. I've gotten calls from people that have said, who do you think you are to represent modest fashion? But they don't know who I follow. They
Come
don't
on.
know that man.
Right.
And
Let them know.
it's important that we show strength
Come on.
in numbers. We're not trying to infiltrate the business of fashion in that matter. We're creating our own narrative. And in
Yes.
order for us to have a voice and to be taken seriously, we have to show up and
Yes,
show
ma'am.
out. And that's
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'm hoping.
I'm gonna ask
Well,
this question. This is somewhat of a departure from the norm. Honey, do you want to go?
I want to go. Do you want to go?
I
Because I
think we
was
should.
going.
No, I think we should be there
We got to be
because
there.
this is going to be an event. This is going to be an event that's really going to resonate around the world.
It's historic.
Some of your teammates, and we don't even have time to list them all, but some of your teammates are very well known to our audience because they're members of the Nothing But the Truth family. Sister Katrina Muhammad, one of the great minds in public relations and representation. She's out there on the front lines representing this event. If Sister Katrina is listening to the show tonight, we hope she is. Thank you for supporting Sister Carmen and this great, great event. It's more than just an event. Now, I want to focus on something and we'll get up off of it quick as we can and get right back to the questions. But for those of you who have an issue with our sister coming forward to do for us what you didn't care to do for us, but which God put in motion and in her heart to do for us according to the teachings that she has been receiving. Don't get in the way of that. Don't bother our sister. Don't bother the participants in this event. Because when you were stripping our clothes off, nobody bothered you. But now that we're putting on the garments of righteousness and fulfilling our place with God in our divine destiny, don't you dare get in the way of our sister, Sister Carmen. Nobody would like that if you did that. Allah would be most displeased of all.
Thank you, beloved. You know, if I can say this, Brother Jamil, when I made this decision to do this, I prayed. And when I got up off of my prayer rug, I called someone and I said, I'm pregnant. And they laughed and they said, girl, stop. I said, no, I am pregnant because I'm pregnant with an assignment. And I'm pregnant with a child. And I'm in labor right now and I'm in pain because I know what it's going to take to do this. And when I tell you I am in pain and I'm in labor, I'm in pain and I'm in labor, but I'm praying and I'm hoping that what I see on that runway is the birth of that child. That I am opening up a pathway of women that are going to love being women of God and being modest dressed women. So I'm ready. I'm ready to deliver this baby.
Yes.
And on June the 30th through July 3rd, for all that are there, that is what you're going to witness. You are going to witness designers, talented designers on that runway, because it's not about Sister Carmen. It's about the mission of delivering our women to the Lamb of God.
No doubt about it. What else is happening in the comments? I know it's a lot.
Okay, so
I know.
Go back to it.
I know it's a lot.
Yes.
And everybody, we're going to try to get to as many of the questions as we can.
Gotta scroll back up because it's moving really fast.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, also want to welcome from Monroe, Louisiana, our dear sister Sonia Muhammad, brother Nasir. They're with us on the air tonight. Thanks for joining us. Sister Deidre Lori Muhammad. She says she's on top of the world. My sister-in-law, Sister Patricia Bailey, down in Dallas, Texas. Hey, sis, good to see you. So many others. Sister Suzette is on the line with us. The great Ashley herself. Ashley. Yes, she's on the line with us from Dallas, Texas. So many family members, so many friends that you built this goodwill over the years, Sister Carmen. Could you talk to us a little bit about some of the designers that you have inspired and who you brought to the endeavor? This, because it's a strange mix to me. It seems interesting how there's a blending of the business world and the creative world. And I'm still going to ask for more designs from the design photo album to come up on the screen. We only got a few, like 17 more minutes to be on, 16 more minutes to be on the air.
Sir.
I want to show these photos off.
And also, if you would speak to, I found the question, it was very important though. It was from Sister Rachel Muhammad. She says, Assalamu alaikum, Sister Carmen, how and where can your garments be purchased? So we want to make sure we address that as well.
Yes, ma'am. Can you let my dear darling sister know that our website, nisadesigns.com, will be up after the show. But unfortunately, when I decided to take on this task, it's been very grueling, very expensive. We don't have major sponsors. So I had to put my all into doing this. And Brother Jamil, I want to say what you said, because, you know, I'm not the one. Everybody that's involved in this show have inspired me. We inspire each other. And like you said, a team. I have an awesome team that's working with me. You know, Sister Sonia and we've been together forever. I don't even think we could separate from each other if we wanted to.
My sister.
You know, There are so many. Sister Abisail, brilliant writer over at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Final Call. Sister Katrina, Sister Yavaka,
Mm.
Sister Takia, young model, Sister Hanifa and her husband, Drip International Model Agency. That's the other thing.
Mm.
We are going to represent the models through the very first couple to ever own and operate their own model agency. And they are Muslims in the Nation of Islam. So,
Wow.
all of these young sisters that are desiring to be a part of this industry, you no longer have to go somewhere and be afraid that somebody is going to try and shape your thinking
Mhm.
into taking your clothes off. You can be with people who are standing with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who are going to protect you. They are a part of this program. Bruce Cecil, my producer, Brother Warren, you, your wife, Brother Jamil, Sister Tisha, just every believer, Sister Coretta. I mean, every believer that have stepped up and said to me, we got you. We got
Mhm.
this. That means the world to me because when you're doing something like this with the kind of price tag that this event have associated with it,
Mhm.
you want to know that they got you. Sister
Got
Vivian
you.
out in Indianapolis, I can't forget her. Sister Georgette in California. It's just so many, beloved. It's so many. And I hope that I didn't miss anyone. But I want to say this. I am so, so humble that God
Yes.
would choose me to be one to be able to bring the family together.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I'm so humble
I
Praise God.
mean,
and
I mean,
so grateful.
and it's just so beautiful to watch you do it, sister. You have, in all of my years knowing you, been able to roll with the punches and develop and keep developing newer and better and greater ideas and concepts and then bringing them to life. And every time somebody give you credit, you know what you always say? All praise is due to Allah.
Mhm.
All praise is due to Allah. And to
Yes,
keep that humble spirit and still be confident enough to do what you have to do is a remarkable balance there. It's a blend between supreme self confidence and also wonderful humility. And we want to
yes.
encourage you to keep doing that all the while. We welcome tonight to these airwaves my dear brother from Tampa, Florida, and Dallas, Texas. Dr. Lawrence X is with us. Sister Brenda Muhammad from Atlanta, Georgia. She's also a fashionista extraordinaire. She's on the line with us. Sister Izebe and the family from Miami, Florida are with us. Brother Kaim Shabazz and so many. Oh man, look at this everywhere. Monica Muhammad from Washington, D.C.
Come on.
So you're reaching everywhere around the world.
Praise be to
And
Allah.
we believe that the world is going to reach back out to you
Right.
with the
Praise
arms of
be to Allah.
support wide open. This is something that we wanted. We prayed for. I'm a father, and you know me, Sister Carmen.
Yes, sir.
You know I have 7 daughters.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I want my girls to see that they can be beautiful and glamorous in the extreme
Mhm.
and still be the modest example of doing what God tells you to do. You don't have to take off your clothes. You don't have to write on yourself, apply artificial attachments to yourself and long fake. You don't have to do any of that fake stuff. But when you stand up and do what is right, that God blesses you to become the most beautiful one in the world. I remember something that you all used to do. You'll laugh when I tell you, but back in Los Angeles, I remember before they built the Walmart that used to be down there, where the May Company was there, and then it was the mall,
Yes, sir.
Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall,
Uh-uh.
and on Saturday after MGT class, there was a squad of sisters who would go to Baldwin Hills Plaza and over to Fox Hills and over to the Beverly Center, and their job was to walk around the shopping mall
Absolutely.
in the beautiful pastel colored garments with their headpieces and the matching accessories. And they would walk through the mall and just garner the wondrous attention of the people and pass out business cards. And
Yes, sir.
because of that squad, every time, I don't know, I wasn't there every Sunday, but on the Sundays when I would teach in Los Angeles, the crowd would be like this
Yes,
because
sir.
the sisters were out there on Saturdays working and doing what they did to exemplify the high level of civilization of the
Yes, sir.
most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's what you represent to us.
Praise
That's why
be
we
to God.
support you, because as parents, we want the best for our little girls. I'd be damned if I want my girls walking around with some sweatpants and crazy words written on the
Yes,
backside.
sir.
I don't want my daughters walking around here half naked, and if they sneeze, something gonna fall out their clothes.
Yes, sir.
No, indeed. We want the very best for ours. So
Yes,
as
sir.
this time winds down, we have some announcements. You know, Sister Tisha does what she does with this portion of the show, but I have to tell you, we are pumped and excited. How long do you think it's gonna take us to pack, honey? Not long, huh?
I'm already packed.
Praise be to Allah.
I'm going.
You ready?
Great.
You're going to Chicago. Okay.
Going.
I got you. All
I want
right.
to be in that number.
All right. All right. All right. Well, listen, time begins now to wind down. You know, time waits for no man. We're into this last 10 minutes of the program. I want our guest to have an opportunity to say what she needs to say powerfully and strong. Sister, take your time, take a deep breath, and teach us why we should be doing what you are calling us to do.
Yes.
Well, brother, you know, in the Quran, it talks about the veiled woman. We all know that the mother is the first teacher.
Mhm.
And we also know that we are in a very serious hour. We're in an hour where our daughters are getting snatched from malls. They're getting snatched in broad daylight. You know, things are happening.
Mhm.
And it's about us saving and preserving the family. I remember when I was a young girl and I was dancing on Soul Train at the time that I was introduced to Islam. And it was my experience when I came to the temple, it was called at that time, that made me think twice, even as a young girl,
Mhm.
about what I was doing with my life and what I was portraying. It's natural to want to be a woman of God. That's not unnatural. Society has made it unnatural.
Yes.
Society have made us think that if we feel that way, there's something not right with that. But we must understand that it is right and it is the thing to do. And if we can use fashion as a catalyst to bring our people in, to start the conversation about the woman, then I say, let's do that.
Come on.
And as I said before, I'm so thankful and I'm so humble to be what I feel living in my purpose. Sometimes we go through all of our life and we never know what it is that we should be doing. We should all be working towards the building of a new civilization. We should all be working towards establishing a framework for our people that represents economic solvency. We should be working towards that. But we have to get the house right. And getting the house right means getting the woman right.
Come on.
That's right. That's right.
And when we get that woman right,
Yes.
that is the help meet to that king, that man, then we are going to see our world change right before our eyes. because it can change overnight,
Yes.
but we have to be committed to that. And I'm committed to what I believe is my passion. I'm committed to being my sister's sister. It's not about the money. It's not about any of that. It's about how do we begin to lift up the women of God.
Come on.
You're listening to Sister Carmen Muhammad, the founder and CEO of Nisa Designs and the mind power behind what's never been done before. And that is a modest fashion week in Chicago to bring the world to us, to show the world what we have been taught is the light that can guide them out of the darkness and the dungeons of depravity into the light of civilization and progress in a whole new world. We're going to pause right here. I'm going to throw it over to the greatest host that anybody has ever known, Sister Tisha. And honey, I got to tell you, this tea, it tastes funny. I had that congestion in my throat, and I was asking you about some tea, and then the tea bag had the labels in Chinese
Congestion where?
in my throat.
That's the wrong tea. Don't that different congestion.
What?
Put that down. Don't drink that. I didn't know where you were.
Oh,
Anyway, everyone, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another edition of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. This has been totally awesome. I want to remind you, as we do every week, to please go to YouTube and help us grow this platform by subscribing to the channel, and also sharing the channel and commenting. You got me all fumbled worrying about you and the doggone tea. Excuse me. Go on over to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe, and do the same with our Facebook channel. Like, share, and subscribe so we can grow that platform. But more important than that, I need you to get behind this event that Sister Carmen has planned for the end of June. She is pushing us to the forefront. We got to back her in that push. This has never been done before. I need everybody who's tuned in to tell a friend about what's going down in Chicago. www.chicagomfw.com is where you can tune in to get more information. All right. I need everybody to purchase a ticket. If you can't attend it, send a donation. Why don't you sponsor a youth in your community to be able to go to this once in a lifetime historic event? Okay. Do something. We've got to get behind this event.
no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. And don't forget the love offering for our platform as well. All love donations can be made to our Cash App at $BroWorks. That's $BroWorks. All right. Take it away, Millie Rock.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. And I'm so grateful. I do feel a little funny with this tea, but
Don't drink anymore.
I'm not. But I
I
want.
misunderstood the assignment.
It's okay. It's all right. I just want. Oh, I want to thank you, Sister Carmen, for
Thank
being
you.
on our airwaves tonight. It's so good to see our family with us. This is
Yes.
our sister who we love and who loves us and who loves you, dear viewer, dear listener. If you're watching this on rerun later on this month, still get to Chicago, find a way, come by plane, train, bus. If you got to hijack a Great Dane or ride a Doberman, get up there and be in Chicago between June 30th and July 3rd of this year. You don't want to miss the first Modest Fashion Week where the world comes to us. Sister Carmen, thank you so much for having been with us.
Thank you. I'm humbled. Thank your guests. I'm so honored to be with you all. I really am. And
Yes,
thank you so much.
Praise be to Allah. That's her, Sister Carmen. And before we go, let me just tell you, don't do anything to anybody that you wouldn't want them to do unto you.
Right.
Treat people real nice and mind your business. And then next Thursday at 8 o'clock, Allah willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be right back here to see you again on another episode, another edition of Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil.
and Sister Tisha. Thanks, everybody. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum. We out.
Salam.